Good day, everyone. I am Almi Jalos. Today, I am going to discuss the Loden's diversity wheel. But before that, let us have small recap about what is diversity. So, diversity is any dimensions that can be used to differentiate groups and people from one another. So, meaning we have differences to each other. That's why we need to embrace it, appreciate it, and respect it. So, how we will going to appreciate each other. So by the um, recognizing what is actually the diversity is explaining also that we are appreciating already the differences of each individual. So in a nutshell, it's about empowering people by respecting and appreciating what makes them different. So those differences will be appreciate will be appreciating. So in different terms, we have differences. It could be our age, our gender, our ethnicity, our religion, or even our disabilities, our sexual orientation, the education, and national origin. So those are things that common, that common differences of each individuals. So diversity, we're going to say that those things is nothing. So those thing dili na nato siya kailangan na i-mind because we have that what we call diversity, and we are really accepting them even though we have differences. Kasi ourselves already has differences from each other or from everybody. So that's why we should have this diversity. So why we have um, a diversity wheel? So Luden's diversity wheel represents the various dimensions of diversity. So this will going to explain or going to say that our diversity has a different dimensions. So it is not just a diversity na accepting, respecting, or appreciating our differences, but it is also understanding that we have different dimensions in life. So this model pointed what is core to our social identities, the ways in which people derive a sense of self when identifying with certain groups. So it will going to say or explains the social identities of individuals. So Marilyn Loden and Judy Rosener on 1990 was developed a framework for thinking about the different dimensions of diversity within individuals and institutions. So these two persons developed this framework to um, say that we have different dimensions in a on our diversity, and also our the individuals and also the whole institutions. So as you can see, we have the actual form of the Luden's diversity wheel. So as you can see, we have three colors here, the color violet, blue, and green. So this color represents the violet represents the core to a person, and the blue is representing the steel core but can change, and the green is representing the life experiences that makes us different. So it is important to be known. So when we say here in the violet, we have two core, which are the age and the ethnicity. So this two core is with nanadya regionally to a person, and it can't be changed. It can be changed due to living. Like for example, our age, di ba? It could be changed based lang to ourselves. Kung paano sa ata mag-gear on our life. So that's what we will going to increase our age. But it is not going to be shareable or parang maano mo jud siya na mabutan mo siya nga ma-change. And also, excuse me, and also our ethnicity. So it is core already, it is in marag originally na nasa tua the day we are born already. Ethnicity is already there. So moving on to the color blue, which we have four core, which are the religion and belief, gender, disability, and sexual orientations. So this core can be changed. So it depends on you. You have a right to change it. Depends on how you see yourself living. So for example, our religion and belief. So the day we are born, we have already religion, right? So meron na tayong religion because of um, our parents. If what are their religion, mapunto yung mga religion. So it can be changed. Depends on you. Depends on what you really believe sa imong gituuhan. So, for example, you are raised or you are born as being a Roman Catholic. But eventually, through living, you are going to realize that you have belief. You will going to understand what is the real essence of living. So you're going to believe on the different religion. For example, you are realizing that faith tabernacle religion is more on I'm more I will going to I mean will explain what is actually your views in life. So you will going to change your you have a right to change your religion. So also the gender, the day you are born you already have a gender. It could be you are a male or a female. So eventually, throughout your living, understanding what is understanding yourself will going to say if what are you actually. So you will going to realize if kanang dili day ka lalaki actually. For example, you are a boy since you are born, but throughout living and understanding what is actually life, then you will going to realize that you have a feeling of being a girl or being a woman. Then you will choose that. You have a right to choose to become a girl or to become a woman like that. So you have a choice on changing if you want to change. So and so on. Our disability, it depends also on if you are already disabled the day you are born. So you have a chance to change that. For example, it could be either ano kanang matreat ang imong disabilities, right? So it can be changed. And also our sexual orientations. Now let us move on to the third dimensions of diversity. So we have the color green, which explains the life experiences that makes us different. So this core, a lot of core, we're going to say that everyone has differences. So it could be our income. So diba, dili man jud everyone has the same income. And also our health, if we are sick ba within. So it is different from each other. We are different from each other. Pwede ang friendly mo, doesn't have any health issues, and then you are, ikaw na, so, no, explain na we are different. Our first language, di ba? Hindi man same from each other or sa lain ang imuhang first language. So yeah. So these are the um it could be life experiences or individual um encounter sa life. So this will going to say now we have differences. So that's all about this Loden's diversity wheel. So it is very simple to understand. So now let us move on to the two types of dimensions. So these dimensions explains that parang level or depending on the level of our selves. So it could the two types of dimensions are the inner dimensions and the outer dimensions. When we say inner dimensions, this is the time we can control such things because it is innate in us. So parang we have a, a right to change things or to control things kasi sa atin na siya talaga parang pininiwala natin or such. And when we say naman outer dimensions, it is that time na you can decide or you can change things but depends on what is right circumstances. Given the right circumstances may be controlled. So those right circumstances katulang jud ang imuha dapat i-change. Yung ginaview ni mo nga right is what actually you going to follow. So dili jud siya totally nimo makontrol kasi it is based on what you think or what society thinks that right. So yeah, that's all for this. So now to explain more about Loden's diversity wheel, it is also created, according to Lou and Dean on 2010, it is also created to say or to that we have similarities and differences. So this will going to be the bridge that the similarities and differences between cross-societal and cultural boundaries. So that's all for my report.